What's going on? Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. What's up? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know who's out there, and we'll get started. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good weekend. And there's Mike. How you doing, Mike? We've got Ali. Yo. We've got Henry. Hello. Saw a couple good movies this past week. There, Henry. And we got Susan. Susan, what's going on? Anything new with you? And we've got Day Tripper. Hello, Day Tripper. Everybody's well, hopefully. And what's going on? How's your week going? Some new things to talk about, right? Hello, James. Hope you got some good comments there, James. Anyways, let's see here. Ali says, have you got the music for Monsterrat CD? Don't think I do. I think I still need that. I think there for a while I was looking for it and then I forgot about it. I think I still need to pick that up. Thank you for reminding me. My CDs are still in storage, so I need to go through them soon. Yes, Henry, thank you. Love this shirt. Shirt was given to Andy and I from our Patreon and friend and James Martinez. So this was a great gift from him. Andy has gotten more. I'll get some more soon. But yeah, I am currently, just getting more vinyl. More 45s are coming. And I'll post pictures of those once I get those. But that's where I am right now. I mean, it's more of the 45s still that I want to be able to say that I have every single picture sleeve 45 from Paul in the 70s or just in general, and I'm working hard at it. Hello, Sun Dodger. Thank you for being here. Ali says, I think it's the rare CD only released in Malaysia or something. Okay. Nick Sayet. Hello, Tom. Tug of War rocks. It does. Well, it doesn't rock in general, but I mean, it rocks as an album, right? I know what you mean. And it's a fantastic album. It's just a fantastic album. Is it his best album? I don't know, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. Tug of War is my favorite Paul solo record, despite Ebony and Ivory. Yeah. Ram is my favorite album. And I think everybody has. There's on every great album, there's kind of like that one song that maybe just doesn't belong there, or it just kind of like ruins the momentum of the album or whatever. But for me, yeah, Ebony and Ivory kind of does screw that up a little bit. Not much new. I got a chance to watch the DVD, late 60s from the new Scaffold box. It's definitely a precursor to Monty Python. Okay, cool. I'm glad you watched that, the DVD from the Scaffold box. That still might be a purchase for me. Nick, do you have the Coming Up 12-inch single from Brazil by chance? No, the only one I have from Brazil is that Waterfalls. I am also looking for Once Upon a Long Ago from Brazil, which has a fantastic cover. But I'll have to look that up, Nick. every week you guys keep giving me stuff I have to keep finding in this damn rabbit hole that is Paul McCartney collecting. All right, Henry, did you see the trailer for the Smashing Machine? I can't believe I'd ever say this, but The Rock looks like he's going to do great. Yeah, I did see the trailer. I don't think I'm going to go see this one. I'm glad The Rock has found a good, script or something that he can, um, to give good acting chops or whatever. I've never been a big fan of The Rock as an actor, so if this does something for his his credibility as an actor, then great. I don't know if it's going to garner any kind of Academy Award buzz or anything like that. Not that matters or anything, but if he's good, then that's great. That's good for him. That's good for him. Tug of war isn't particularly well regarded in the UK as it was in the US. A lot of stuff isn't regarded as well in the UK as it was in the US, right? However, though, in the 80s, you did see a switch where he did do better chart wise in the UK than what he did in the US. So there was a big switch from the 70s where McCartney was doing awesome on the charts and here in the States, but not so well in the UK. In the 80s, that kind of flipped. For me, there's not one bad song on Ram. There was times where I didn't really care for Long Haired Lady. I love it now. Eat at Home is a fine rocker, but I don't think it's a great rocker, but it's a fun song. So there was like a few bits and pieces here that that I've warmed up to over the years. So I love it. I do have something here. I can't wait to open, show you guys. We'll get to that in a little bit. Hold on here. Let me get back to the comments. I have started collecting all the 12-inch singles. Just managed to get the Fireman Fluid. Cool. And the Twin Peaks Really Love You. Yes, I have both of those, which I have showed, on these live streams before. I'm starting to clear up some wall space here to bring some stuff over from storage. So I'm getting slowly starting to get this, get my stuff back, which is exciting. Ali, do you have any interest in the Connery 007 4K set? Not the 4K. No, I have them all on Blu-ray, and I'm fine with that. I still need to get a 4K player. I do want to get a 4K player. I do. I just haven't got there yet. I think if Take It Away and Ballroom Dancing were on the hits, were the hits on Tug of War, I think it would be seen as a stronger. I think Ebony and Ivory taints it a little, which is silly. Yeah, it is. But hey, look, I mean, it was a number one hit here. It was a number one hit there, right? So Susan says, in copyright news, the U.S. publishing for Goodbye, Get Back, Don't Let Me Down returned to MPL recently. And those songs just got added to the MPL Communications website today. Our girl, Susan, is on the scene, making things happen. Not that you made it happen, but you know what I mean. I mean, letting us know all the information. That is excellent. Thank you, Susan, for letting us know that. And we had a great time. Susan was there. We had a great time with our last listening party on our Discord family. If you are a Patreon member, you are invited to join our Discord family. And once a month we do a listening parties. And then this past month in April, the last day of April, we listened to Return to Pepperland, which was a lot of fun. And was a good time. We listened to a lot of good tracks, some not good tracks, but it was fun none the same. Susan was there, a lot of other friends were there, and again, if you ever want to help join the community or you want to help support, well, we got the right over here, right? We got the buy me a coffee right here. We can help. Just hit the QR code. You can buy us a couple copies if you want, or you can go to Patreon and .com and then type in Two Legs on the search, and you can join one of our 3 tiers. And then you can join our Discord family and be a part of the listening parties if you want. You get a free T-shirt, free button, and we have a lot of fun. Okay, the TV itself has to be 4K TV as well, right? Yeah, it's gotta be 4K TV. Rinse the drains up. 12 inches, impossible to find. I'd be very jealous if you have it. Yeah, I don't have it, so don't worry. Don't worry. Susan said that was even more fun than the first one. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Listen, we knew all the songs on Venus and Mars, right? But not everybody goes back and listens to the Return to Pepperland bootleg often. So it's been a while since I've listened to Return to Pepperland bootleg. So it was cool revisiting those tracks with the family, the Discord community, right? So that was a good time. So we got news this past week. No, we don't want that. We want we've got the right here. Here we go. We've got the High in the Clouds poster here, our first poster, coming 2027. High in the clouds. Now, what kind of high does that mean? Is he just high in the clouds, or is he high in the clouds? We've had the book for some time. We've known this animated film was in the works for a long time now, right? So we're finally starting to get some information on it. Coming out in 2027. We've got the cast, and it's interesting. Right, you got Lionel Richie there, you got Ringo, you got Jimmy, you obviously got Paul, you got Idris Elba. It's interesting, and then you obviously Celine Dion. It's interesting because if there's going to be a soundtrack for this film, I wonder if they're going to be singing songs on the soundtrack like Lionel Richie, like Celine Dion. We'll see. We've known about this kind of like since 2018. During Egypt Station sessions, there was talk of Paul McCartney doing a song with a duet with Lady Gaga for "High in the Clouds." So I'm hoping we finally get to hear that. So there's that. So what are you guys' thoughts on the High in the Clouds? Let's see here. Henry says, I want a horror director to ask Paul for the rights to Max Silver Hammer. Do a film. There you go. Tony D. How you doing, Tony? Long Hair Lady is my favorite off Ram, along with Dear Boy. I like Dear Boy a lot. I always love Dear Boy. Tony says, adore Lynn's vocals on Long Hair Lady. So do I. Susan says, I'll believe High in the Clouds when I see it. Yeah. Yes. Tony says, hello, Susan. James says, if the film was Feet in the Clouds, it would be very, very, very... There you go, James. That's the James I know and love right there. Yes. Excuse me. Hamish, yeah, that is the same guy from the Yesterday film from 2019. Yes, that is correct. Tony has joined our Patreon and our Discord family. So thank you. Yeah, he joined the listening party enormously. Thank you. Ali says, where's Lady Gaga? Well, it looks like she doesn't have a voice, but again, like I said, and we did hear back in 2018, I believe, that her and Paul did a duet together, which I believe was supposed to be for High in the Clouds. Excuse me one second. Beetle Eddie is here. Hello, Beetle Eddie. That's okay. You're here. You're here. And it's not work. So you're not required to be on time. So, but I'm gonna crack open Werner's. Okay. So, as Brad Pitt said in Seven, what's in the box, right? So let's crack this baby open. See what's in the box. Hopefully, I don't ruin it. I was hoping this was going to come in time for the live stream, but here we go. And I want to get the receipt out of the way. And there it is. This is the Japanese version of, or Japanese pressing of London Town. Right? Okay. All right. There you go. The Obi strip, all that good stuff. Excuse me. All right. Sun Dodger says, Tom, I'm contemplating attending Fest in Chicago in the next couple of years. Do you have any tips or tricks for first-time attendees? Book a room early. Go to the fest, get the details there. I still have to book a room. I haven't booked a room yet for this year. And tip-wise, where are you located? Are you close to or near to Chicago, where you don't have to get a room? You could just go daily, save a little money that way. But tip-wise, go and look at the booklet, see if there's guests you want to see. You can hang with podcasters like me and Andy and whoever may also be there, and that's why I go these days, is to hang out with friends and hang out with you guys, the listeners and the fans of the show, and our Patreons and the Discord family, stuff like that. We have a great time, and it's not about the special guests or anything like that. It's just about going and having a good time with people. Don't be shy. Come out and say hi to people. I mean, we're all there for the same reason, really. We're all there to talk about our love for the band and the four individuals that made up the band. So yeah, just call, book a room early. If it's going to take you a couple years to get there, I mean, who knows how much longer the fest is going to be going, really. I mean, as we know, it's just celebrated its 50th anniversary last year. So we don't know how much longer it's going to be going, but hopefully you're going to get there sooner than later there, because I'd love to meet you. James, It's a Wonderful Life is dead in the clouds. So many Paul projects that are up in the clouds. Yes, I love that. Henry says, what's in the box? Yes. One of the best lines from Seven. Let's see here. Beeline, did you ever hear Electric Arguments? I heard it was good. It's fantastic. Electric Arguments is fantastic. Yes. I love it. However, there's a lot of electric music. I mean, not electric music, but you know what I mean. Kind of like rave type sounding music. So There is some rock in there. There's some acoustic guitar playing, but yeah, it's just like different sounds. It's a very it's the more approachable Fireman album that Paul does with Youth. And there's Mike. 3 months until Chicago. Yes. I prefer Return to Pepperland over Press to Play. There you go. However, Return to Pepperland is not an officially released album, so see, Sun just says I'm in Seattle resident, but not too long of a flight. Well, that's good. Yeah, get all that information. Check out the cost. Make sure you're prepared. Let's see here. Anything new from the greatest genre of all time? Yes. Nora, my favorite film from last year, and the winner of the Oscar for Best Film. Not that matters, but this was my favorite film of all time. Nora, and he's talking about the Criterion Collection, which I absolutely adore. Got the Criterion logo right there. But yeah, Nora is the latest from the Criterion Collection, the greatest genre of all time. Yes. Let's see. Paul Staley posted a Jeff Emmerich quote a few days ago saying the rough mixes of London Town were much better than the ones that came out. Interesting. Well, hopefully, when it's closer to the 50th anniversary of London Town, we'll get something like an underdub or Jeff Emmerich mixes. And plus, those are out on bootleg too, I think, aren't they? I'm curious. Letty, did you hear Barbra Streisand is doing another duets album and will be doing a song with Paul? Yes. And they will be doing a cover of Paul's My Valentine. And I can't say that I'm very excited about it. I've never been a big fan of that song, so I just think that's a missed opportunity. Let's see. Hi, Tom. Hi, everyone. I'm at work. Yes, you are a working man, Brad. We'll watch. Thank you. I look forward to your comments. I'm always free on Friday and Thursday if you do the next listening party then. Okay. Ollie says, have you ever approached Robbie, Mac? I think I had. I know Robbie's visible on X, if you want to call it that, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And I'm finding that a lot of past musicians that have worked with Paul, if you're not like a big publication, a very reputable magazine or whatever, I mean, they just don't want to talk. They're tired about talking about Paul. So yeah, I mean, you just got to keep trying. Just got to keep trying. You want to be persistent, but you don't want to be persistent. You don't want to be perceived as a pain in the ass either. So booking musicians is tricky sometimes. Some people want to talk about them. Some people don't. Some people have good relationships with Paul, and they don't want to talk about their time with Paul. So we'll see. I've reached out to David Kahn, producer of Memory Was Full and Driving Rain, and he was very nice. He responded and he said, "Hey, look, Paul and I, we're at a wonderful place right now in our relationship, and I have no interest in going on anybody's show and talking about working with Paul." So whatever that means, but that was awesome that he replied. Okay, some people that I've reached out to just don't reply at all. There's no reply at all, as Genesis once sang. Thanks, Tom. If I can make it this coming August, I'll do it. Be nice to meet up with you and Joe. Yeah, Absolutely, absolutely. Love to say hi. Love to hang out. You know, uh, have a beer or a drink or Coca Cola, whatever, whatever. Tom, I saw you at the fest trying to get Steve Holly on the show. Any luck? Well, yes and no. I mean, we've been in contact, but it's just been like pulling teeth trying to get him on the show. I have his contact information right over here. But we've talked several times, via text, but have been unsuccessful getting him on the show. So maybe we're just trying to build up a relationship first before he comes on, which is fine. Which is fine. But again, here's somebody that just has talked about Paul nonstop throughout his post Wings life. So maybe he's tired of it too. I don't know. I don't know. So another purchase recently. We got the John and Paul love story and songs by Ian Leslie. We're in contact with him to get him on the show as well. So I'm looking forward to digging into to this book and talking to Ian when we get an opportunity. So there's just no slowage of books. It's just crazy how many of these books just keep coming and coming and coming, and they keep coming. They keep coming. So this is crazy. So the guy that sent me the the London town from the Japanese pressing, he also sent me the Hall and Oates album here. I think Landon Abandoned Lunch Unit, right? I think this is their first album with She's Gone on it. So thanks, 1973, year I was born. I love all things 73. I try to collect stuff from 73. Anyways, let's see here. Funny, Lawrence is happy talking Paul Steve less so. Yeah, I mean, Lawrence Juber is like the most approachable person out there that has worked with Paul. He just talks and talks and talks about his time working with Paul, and that's very nice of him to do. You think Holly and Juber will return to the fest this summer? Maybe not this summer. Maybe in a year or two. We'll see. Depends on how they're doing. Let's see. Susan says I got the Kindle version of that, and I'm about a third of the way through. I think it's very good. That's excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Excuse me one second. Okay. As you see, I got the singles box right here by my side. Very happy about that purchase. I love the singles box set. Did anybody out there get the singles box set? I know not too long after it came out, somebody did a bootleg CD of it. James, I met Lawrence, his wife, and brother, and they were lovely. Yeah, Lawrence and his wife are at the fest. Well, his wife usually, Hope, usually joins him at the fest. Let's see here. Tony says, I was 17 when I got Electric Arguments, knowing nothing about the Firemen, and I considered it a masterpiece. I think it's great. Yeah. Yes, I think it's fantastic. B-Lady says, have you seen the Oklahoma Kid at 1939? Recently saw it, pretty good. A big Cagney fan. I think I have seen it. I think I probably did have it on DVD at one point. And yeah, I think I did see it. Cagney is fantastic, right? Cagney is a fantastic actor. Let's see here. I have the high-res version of the singles box. There you go. You did that. Let's see here. I'm a happy singles box owner. Yes, that's awesome. That is awesome. Where did I don't know where I put. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let's take a look at the this vinyl here. If I can get it open. Okay, here we go. Again, here's the Obi. Love the Obi, right? Is that the only reason why to get Japanese pressings? This is because of the Obi strip? Maybe. Yep. You got the vinyl jacket. Got the lyrics. And there you go with this. I've always loved the Japanese, the paper too. That the plastic paper they put the sleeve vinyl in. Sorry. So there you go. You got Wings, and then you got Wings, London Town. Fantastic. Love this album. Love London Town. I think London Town would benefit from a remix. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. We shall see. Does anybody still believe that we're gonna get a London Town Back to the Egg archive release? Because I do not. I don't think we're gonna see these two albums until we reach the 50th anniversary of them. But again, I want to be wrong. But what do you guys think? I watched Hereditary for the first time a few days ago. I thought it was great. Has a real The Shining vibe to it, psychological horror. Yeah, I love the Hereditary. I thought Hereditary is fantastic. I did watch a pretty good psychological thriller 2 nights ago. I went to go see a movie called The Surfer with Nick Cage, and I really dug that film. It's just playing in a small handful of theaters, but unfortunately, it probably won't get. No one's going to see it, unfortunately, which is too bad. But Hereditary is fantastic. I bought it, I own it, and look forward to watching it again. Let's see, very cool. Thank you, Susan. I don't think there will be any more archive editions, but please prove me wrong, Paul. Yes, exactly. Good. Wink says, I agree, 50th for both. I just think that's how he's going now. He's just going to put all of his stuff out there now in half-speed masters. I think that's how he's going to get all of his stuff back in print. Now, I mean, he could have, have London Town and Back to the Egg, and back in print with these SHM releases, which don't forget, this month we see the next 5, right, in the series. Right, we're going to get coming up. No, I'm sorry. We're going to get McCartney 2. We're going to get Tug of War. We're going to get Pipes of Peace. We're going to get Choba, and we're going to get Flowers in the Dirt. So that's the next wave of SHMs that are coming out this month. You can pre-order them on Amazon now, if you haven't already. I don't think there will be any more. Okay, I read that one. Thank you, Susan. James says, waiting for an anniversary will mean an 8-year wait for an archive. Far too long. Yes. Well, for what? I mean, London Town and Back to the Egg is only we're 3 or 4 years away now. Let's see, Tom, you want another great Nick Cage thrill? Check out. I've seen 8mm. Yeah, you had a young Joaquin Phoenix in that film. I have seen 8mm. Mike says, yes to London Town and Back to the Egg. Yes, what do you mean, as in there will be an archive? Oh, we'll see. We shall see. Belay says, have you seen Thunderbolts, or do you want to see it? I have not. I don't have any interest in that one. So unfortunately, no, I'm not going to see Thunderbolts. Well, maybe I shouldn't say no. If I'm bored one night and I want to go to the theater, maybe. And I got to tell you guys, I joined the A List Club for AMC. Okay. And what that is um, you pay $20 a month and you can see up to 3 movies a week. A week. Um, so that's including IMAX and special releases and whatnot. So great deal. So if you love going to a theater, I'd recommend checking that out. I think there's also a $25 option where you can see up to 4 movies a week. So check that out. Yeah, so I love going to the movie theater. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I saw The Accountant 2 Sunday night, this past Sunday night, which I loved the first Accountant with Ben Affleck. And The Accountant 2 was good. Wasn't as good as the first Accountant, but it was still good. James says, 8 years from Flaming Pie. Well, yeah, but don't forget, we got a Half-Speed Master of Flaming Pie when that box set came out. What was that, 18 or 20? 2020, we got Flaming Pie, right? And that was the last one we got. So there is a Half-Speed Master of Flaming Pie out there. As a matter of fact, here it is. So don't forget that this was a Half-Speed Master, okay? The box set, right? Oh, what do we got there? Can you see that? Yeah. So there you go. So I finally got all my records up and displayed. So happy about that. The John and Paul book, A Love Story, is one of the best books. Cool. So yeah, he's talking about this one that I just showed a few minutes ago, and yeah, I'll be digging into him soon. Let's see here. Wink says, "Love going to the movies. Just aren't enough good ones out there." Well, that's not true. That's not true. I've seen up to, I think, 30 movies already this year. And the thing about it is a lot of these movies aren't doing any. They don't have any money in the budget for promotional stuff. I mean, for getting the word out on the street that these movies are in theater. So what you have to do is you have to go like a Harkins or an AMC or wherever your local theater is. You have to go and unfortunately, you have to do the research yourself. It's like new music, right? People say there's new music. There's no good new music anymore. Well, there is. Unfortunately, you just have to go out and find it. Okay. So, and the same thing with movies now. And that's unfortunate. I've seen a lot of good movies. The Legend of Ochi, which I saw last week, I thought was fantastic. Harken back to the '80s kids fantasy adventure film. Love The Legend of Ochi. But yeah, I think there are, and there's a lot of original material coming out that people just aren't going to see. Sinners was a fantastic film. Wink says, "Remember when exercise guru Richard Simmons put on his LP?" That's funny. And it's funny. Beal says, "Regal has $25 a month and it's unlimited. You can see 3 movies a day." That is cool. I think that's a fantastic thing. I think you should take advantage of it. Take the chance and see something that you don't know anything about. You might be surprised. Links, check out the A24 movies. All make is original, ambitious. They have a cult following. Yeah, they do, but a lot of those films are in the horror genre, and not everybody's a horror fan. So I mean, I haven't seen every A24 film. I mean, a lot of this is horror that I'm just not interested in. I mean, some of it is psychological thriller or psychological horror. Yeah, like Hereditary, The Witch. Was that A24? Remind me. The Lighthouse. but there's a lot of good stuff out there. You just have to um, look at it, research it, watch the trailer. Um, you know, go to YouTube and type in new movie trailers and then just take a look. You might find something that you might want to see. Let's see here. The Dylan movie was good. Absolutely, it sure was. Sure was good. Let's see. I wish Aaron was joining you today. Happy birthday to us. Yeah, yes. Well, that's why he's not joining me. Come on, Tony. Some things are more important than doing a live stream. Yeah. So I messaged I messaged Aaron yesterday to see if he was available today, and he said, well, his daughter was coming home to celebrate her birthday, and that's just more important, Tony. That's more important. So happy birthday. I still think it's funny how Coppola did Apocalypse Now and Godfather 1 and 2 made Megalopolis. Yeah, Megalopolis was not a good movie. I wanted to see it just to see if it was bad as what people were saying it was, and it was. But I don't regret seeing it. As a film junkie, I don't regret seeing it at all. I mean, listen, Coppola is like a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? If the directors had a Hall of Fame, he would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Some of the movies that he directed are the greatest movies of all time. You know, a lot of people out there that will say that, you know, Coppola has 2 movies in their top 10 of greatest movies of all time in the Godfather 1 and 2. So, you know, Apocalypse Now is up there, absolutely. The Rain People, actually, kind of like a little bit of an underrated film. Conversation. Let's see here. James says, I'm contemplating getting the 4K Fistful of Dollars and the next 2, which are out soon. I have the Blu-rays, but these look very tempting. Yeah. Love those films. Get them. You know, why not? Henry says there's some good stuff coming out this year. I want to see Superman 18, one battle after another. Yeah, you know, that Brad Pitt for Formula One film looks really good. You know, a lot of good films look good this year that I've seen the trailer for, anyways. Have you seen Prometheus? Yeah. If you're talking about the Alien film, Ridley Scott, yes, I think Prometheus is good. I really liked what they were going for in that film. You know, I think it was some good stuff in Prometheus. Was it the best Alien film? No, not in a long shot. But I liked what they were going for. Now, the next one after that, I didn't see. I forgot what the name of that one was. But let's see here. The one battle is with Leo and Sean Penn. Okay. Yeah, there's the new Wes Anderson film coming out this year. The Phoenician Incident. I do want to see that. I am a big Wes Anderson fan. However, his last film, Asteroid City, I didn't think was anywhere near his best work. So hopefully he rebounds with this one. Then we got Paul Thomas Anderson, new movie with Leo in it. Thank you. Alien Covenant. Yeah, that's the one I haven't seen yet. And that was the sequel to Prometheus. Right? Yeah. All right. Cool. Just about 45 minutes in. And again, great comments. I love the comments, you guys. You know, every week you guys bring in some great questions and comments, and I love it. Love it. So yeah, so very happy and to have another pressing. This is only my second pressing of London Town, which I know is a shame. I don't know what I was thinking. But I could have bought you know, when I was in Arizona, right? Andy came to visit, and we went to the In Groove record store, and this had been there for a while, right? And I thought, well, I have it, you know, do I really need the Japanese pressing? And yeah, I do. I guess I do. So Andy bought the Japanese pressing while he was there, and that was one of the records he bought. So I needed to pick it up, and I got it. Okay. Let's see here. Now, yes, Henry says, did you like Alien Romulus? I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. I thought Prometheus was better than Alien Romulus. There was a few good scenes in Alien Romulus. I think there was that one scene where they were going through the room that had all the face huggers in it, and they had to walk really slowly, whatever. I thought that was a good intense scene, but the movie as a whole, I don't really care for. I didn't like the whole idea of the alien at the end of the film. I didn't think that worked as well, but it was okay. It was okay. Here we go. Sun Dodger. What album do you have the most duplicates of? And I think it's Band on the Run. Let me double check here. I have 15 pressings of Band on the Run. Is that too much? And plus, there's still a few that I need to get. There's the yellow vinyl French that I need to pick up, which hopefully I'll pick up soon. There's a couple other pressings that I do want to get of Band on the Run. So yeah, I have 15 right now. Do I need help? That's the comment that I need right there. Never too much. Thank you. Thank you. That's just what I needed. Do I have the pink vinyl? You mean the purple? Yeah. I don't know which one it is at the moment. Some of my favorites. I do have the Columbia when Paul was with Columbia, right? All of his albums got released on the Columbia label, and they did do a half-speed master back in 1981 of Band on the Run, and this sounds fantastic. This is one of my favorite pressings of Band on the Run right here. Okay. So not only that, but then Columbia did release just a regular version of Band on the Run. So, but yes, I do have that violet. Let me see if I can find it. Here. The things I do for you guys. Could this be it? Come on. No, that's not it. I'll have to find it and show you guys another day. I'll look a little bit more. Hold on. Let's see here. Is that vinyl NC? No, just vinyl. That's just vinyl. I have a Taiwanese copy. I have one with the Capitol label. I have one with the Columbia. The Columbia Half-Speed Master, the 25th anniversary. So just a bunch. There's too much. I think that's his most reissued album. No help needed. Well, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. I love my local movie theater. It might return soon. Good. Cool. Yeah, probably purple. Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it. Do I have a favorite herb? That's an interesting question. I like thyme. I like thyme. Rosemary's okay. Parsley's fine. Sage is good, but thyme. It's probably been on the run for me too. I'm not at home to check getting my car's annual statements. Ah, okay. I hope that's going well. James says Fernando Perdomo said Band on the Run sounds like a demo. Interesting. Okay. What is Sinners about? I mean, if I say that it's a vampire film, because it really isn't. Okay, it really isn't. Um, but I think you'll enjoy it because there's a lot of music history in. It's much more than a vampire film. Yes, James again. Fantastic, my friend. Herb Albert is the best Herb out there. Yes, yes. After watching Hereditary and Midsummer again is another fantastic film. Back to back, a few days ago, Ari Aster is now one of my favorites up and coming directors. Yeah, I like Ari. Beau is Afraid is weird. Beau is Afraid, um, with Joaquin Phoenix. I don't know if you'll like that one, but check it out if you haven't already. All right, let's do this search here. Keep going. That's Japanese. Wow, where is it? Where is it? Where could it be? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, yeah. So I think this is Belgium. I forgot what country did that. I think it was Belgium. So there it is. You got the color vinyl. Okay. Still got some shrink wrap on there. And then yeah, so it's purplish. It's violet maybe. Okay. So there you go. So that's yeah. That's the Violet Band on the Run for you guys. Yeah. All right, now I gotta put all this stuff away. All right. Okay, so Susan, I already got a text back from the inspector that the inspection passed. I'm also getting an oil change. Oil change is good. You got to take care of that car. I haven't seen that one yet, but Joaquin is my second favorite actor, so I'll definitely check it out. Please do. Please do. James says, so Tom, do you watch or own really old British movies from the 40s and 60s? I have a few. Like Powell and Pressburger, if I'm pronouncing that right. You know, got some. I know Hitchcock went back to. No, not back. I should say Hitchcock went to the States in 1940 for Rebecca, but he had some good stuff prior to that, like 39 Steps. So yeah, Hitchcock was good as well. But I do enjoy, some British cinema from the 40s and 60s. Carl, Carl, the third man. Forgetting the director's name that directed the third man. But yeah, Laura, how you doing? Tom, I'm getting tired of looking at the chimney, so I came here. Thank you. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Let's see. Is there a McCartney Wings album missing from your collection? The only McCartney record that I need on vinyl is Rush's, the second Fireman album. So if anybody out there has a vinyl issue or vinyl copy of Rush's and they don't want it and they want me to be happy and have it, please let me know. Yeah, Powell and Pressburger. Yeah, they're fantastic. They are. What was it? Was it Powell that did Age of Consent with Helen Mirren, back in, I think, in 68 or 69. I really like that one too. Henry says, I don't know about you, Tom, but I love mind fuck movies. Yeah, so do I. So do I. Okay, yeah, James, thank you. Yeah, Henry David Lean, yes, Great Expectations. I'm a big fan of his version of Great Expectations, and then you got Summertime with Hepburn. That's good. That's good as well. Thank you. Yes, Carl Reed. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was Reed something. I didn't want to say Oliver Reed, the actor. Excuse me. Man. All right. Okay. Yeah. No, I think it just started today, Susan. So I think they just started today. So yeah, no smoke. Yeah. Yeah. And let me know if you guys saw that movie Conclave that came out last year. I thought that was one of the best movies of the year. It was fantastic. So Odd Man Out, yes. Was that Richard Burton in that one? Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, yeah. So 15. 15 15 copies of Band on the Run right now, and there's about 2 or 3 more that I still want to get. Okay. James Mason, that's right. James Mason. Thank you. Tom, do you like the De Niro version of Great Expectations? It's okay. It's okay. I don't know if De Niro was the right actor for that role. But it's cool that he was in it. Yes, James Mason. Susan says, I finally saw Conclave on Max. Great movie. Yeah, very controversial ending, though, too. I'm glad you saw it. Good. I thought Conclave was great. Yep. Cool. Excellent. Stuck inside these 4 walls show a thing of the past. Tony, until my weekends get freed up more, maybe. I just, didn't have time for everything that I was doing at the time. My work schedule has changed since I moved to Michigan. And until I find something that frees my weekends up, then that's just, unfortunately, it's probably is a thing of the past. And I talked about that being one of the reasons why I left Talk More Talk. This is because I just felt I was just doing too much, and and that's that. Let's see here, Tom. I forgot the name, but did you see the movie that Adrian Brody won Best Actor for? Yeah, I did. And now I'm, damn it, I'm forgetting the name of it now too. I hate when that happens. The Brutalist. The Brutalist. That's the name of the film. Yes. So yeah, The Brutalist and Mazzy's. Yeah, right there to make sure he lets me know. Thank you, Maz. But yeah, it's a very long movie. I think it was like 3 hours, just over 3 hours. Adrian's fantastic. There is an intermission. I thought the first half of the film was fantastic. Second half, I don't think it was as great, but I think it's worth seeing. Guy Pearce is fantastic in that movie as well. And plus the architecture. We got Black Smoke. Okay. We got Black Smoke. Oh boy. I gotta get the energy saver here. Plug in. Okay. Susan says, like Ringo said, you got to stop and take time to smell the roses. Thank you. Yes, yes. James Hobson's A Choice by David Lean is, yeah, I think I have seen that one as well. Yeah, I think uh, Criterion usually gets all those Janis films from the UK, and yeah, they've released a lot of David Lean and Paul and Pressburger films. Yes, Carl Reed. So yeah, thanks for the update. So yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I think there's some fantastic films coming out this year. Um, like I said, I thought The Surfer was a lot of fun with Nick Cage. It's just Nick Cage being Nick Cage. I had a good time watching that. I don't think there's any films that have come out that are going to get nominated for anything yet, but there's just been some fun films, you know. But again, unfortunately, you have to do the research. Unfortunately, a lot of these smaller films, like I said, they just don't have the money in the budget to for any promotional advertising. Which is a shame. So there's that. Um, but I know Mazzy's going, but who else is going? Anybody else out there that going to the Chicago Fest? Because I would love to meet up. Andy and I will be there. I think we've got a topic already in mind uh, for a panel, and hopefully we'll see you there. Tom, after the Beatles, which artists do you have the most records of in your collection? Kiss. um, Kiss, yeah, I love Kiss for whatever reason. It just Kiss hit me at the right age, and I just still love Kiss. I love listening to Kiss. I have most of their records, and Henry knows me all too well. But then also Elton John. Listen, I love Elton John's new record. If you haven't listened to Elton John's new record with Brandy Carlisle, I definitely recommend it. It's a great poppy record, and produced by Andrew Watt, who produced the last Rolling Stones album, and as we know, is producing Paul's new album. Which, if he, I love that new. I love that new, Rolling Stones album, and it's just getting me more excited for Paul's new album. Because for me, Andrew Watt is on a roll with the Stones album, with the Elton record. I'm really looking forward to hearing what he does with Paul. But we still don't know when we're going to get it. Hopefully, it's going to be soon. Maybe a late summer, fall, early fall release. We shall see. Because I think they're going to save November and onwards for this 30th anniversary of Anthology, which we all believe is going to be the next thing coming, right? So we shall see. We shall see. Anyways, what else? I gotta check this here. Uh, Hold on, I gotta make a call real quick. Just can't get away from work, even on my off day. Just can't get away from work. Oh man. Anyway, so what else? We're an hour. We're 65 minutes in. Go for another 25 minutes here. Go for 90 minutes. Unless anybody out there want to join, but we'll see about that. We'll see about that. What else? What else? What else? What else? Again, I got some Pitcher Sleep 45s coming soon. Hopefully, I'm gonna get a couple this week. I got 3 coming. At the end of the week, I'm probably gonna pick up another 3. I got my list of what I still need, and every time that I think that I'm shrinking the list, I find, more stuff, and it's not fun. It's not fun. Are you a fan of chili? Love that dish, especially. Yes, I'm a big fan. I love chili. I love chili. I'll make chili. I love putting. I like it spicy. Yes. Sometimes jalapenos aren't enough. Sometimes you got to put some extra spice in there, habanero, or you just find your favorite hot sauce and put some hot sauce on it. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of chili. I'll put beans, ground beef. When I was a vegetarian and we did chili a lot, and we just found other stuff to put in it, whether it was like cauliflower or anything that would substitute beef. I know a lot of vegetarians they'll substitute beef with like mushrooms and stuff like that. But yeah, huge fan of chili. Yes. Hi Tom, greetings from Athens, Greece. Hello, thank you. Yes, thank you for the tug of war. Now acknowledging the tug of war shirt, love it. Thanks to our friend James again for purchasing this for Andy and I, and it was a great gift. So, but thank you. I'm glad you liked it. And hello, thank you for joining. Let's see here. Do you think Gene Simmons made women happy? And it's there twice. Okay. Let's see here. Right when you made the phone call, my phone rang. Sorry about that. Yeah. Let's see here. Another message here. Come on, people. Leave me alone. Andy and I, we're going to record an episode tonight around 5. So that should be good. Looking forward to that. And if I have time, I'm going to go try to see Monty Python and the Holy Grail in theaters tonight. It's the 50th anniversary or around that. And a few theaters are re-releasing it into theaters. So if I have time, I'm going to go see Monty Python and the Holy Grail in the theater. And I can't wait because I love that movie. Love that movie. Let's see here. What year was your big breakthrough with loving the Beatles? Not just knowing them or hearing them on the radio. It was probably 1988. I mean, I was a fan like in 86, 87, but like in 88, that's where I think this was my favorite band of all time. Just give me everything that I can listen to. Paul Solo. Well, I would say probably 89. Probably 89. We'll go with that one. So Tom, is it true that the kitchen environments are super hostile and aggressive? I've heard that Gordon Ramsay's Hell Kitchen isn't far from the truth. Well, those TV shows, those so-called reality TV shows that that are on TV. I wouldn't put any. I mean, listen, is there some reality to them? Yeah, but again, just check and see how many writers they have on those shows. Um, but listen, it can be aggressive. Yes. Can it be hostile? Sometimes, but at the end of the day, this is a high pressure job, and I was in some pressure situations last night that I didn't enjoy. you know, but the food industry, it's just you're always have to be on an A game. Hold on one second. I want to say goodbye to Susan. Susan, thank you for joining. Always love hearing from you, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Okay. But there are some times where you know the situation will get the better of you, and you raise your voice or you get into an argument or yeah. So customer, just there'll be these times where the kitchen is going great, right? Everything is going out perfectly. It's smooth. It's like 7 o'clock. You're right in the middle of the rush, and then all of a sudden, a steak will come back that's either undercooked or overcooked, and that will just ruin the whole night. It will just ruin everything because then you've got to you have to take care of that situation, right? And now everything else is put on hold until that one mistake gets put out, again, and then you just got to find. I mean, I've been doing this for 34 years, and I can tell you that the day after I retire from working in kitchens, I am going to be doing a live rant, a live kitchen rant of just all the years and all the dealing ons and frustrating and pressure. I mean, just people. There's just a lot to deal with. There's a lot to deal with in the restaurant industry. Again, you're constantly being judged. There's people that think they're critics, and they want to go on and one little thing, if one little thing went wrong, the whole night is ruined. There's just people just. All right, I'm gonna end this before I get pissed off. Okay. It's 1976 year. It was my deep dive for the Beatles. Very cool. Very cool. Coming up came out. Yeah, sorry about that, Mazzy. That was probably my fault. Sorry about that. um, yeah, yeah. Just couldn't help it. Salmon Gate. Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. Okay, step by step. Best routine to cook a New York steak. Well, take it out of the package. Get your grill to the highest temperature possible. Okay. I've worked in some steakhouses where you get like 1,500. No, not 15, but I mean the very thousand degree oven. You want to get a first thing you want to season it with the way you want to season it. However, let me just remind you, the better the steak, the less seasoning you need. If you get a steak that has just a lot of marbling throughout, you do not need those fancy spices that you see at the store that these chefs, say you need to cook a steak. Okay. If you got a good quality high-end steak, all you need is salt and pepper. That's all you need. Okay. However, there's people that love Cajun seasoning, so they want the Cajun seasoning, they want the Monterey rub or whatever. So again, get the grill as hot as you can. I mean, hopefully you like your steak about medium rare. So get a good char on both sides. 2 to 3 minutes on both sides. put it on the plate, or let it rest for a minute. Let that blood rest inside, so that way when you cut it open, it's not running everywhere. But yeah, let it rest. I love a good medium rare ribeye, and I love the marbling and all that stuff. I love the gristle. If that was me, with John Candy at the, during the old 90s, was it the 96er? At the end, Dan Aykroyd says, well, the chef says, well, he's got to eat all that gristle. I love the gristle. I love all of that stuff. I love all of that stuff. So, yeah. Henry, I bet you relate. Yes. That speech that Ray Fiennes does at the, towards the end of the movie, where, it's just, you're just constantly being judged nonstop. It's, it definitely rang a bell. Definitely. I never understood the love for seafood. Fish is okay, excuse me, but I'd rather have a steak. Yeah, well, steak is, seafood is very, very popular here in Michigan. There's a lot of great Great Lakes fish that people love. Walleye, whitefish, perch. I love perch. Perch is fantastic. One of my favorite fishes out there. I love swordfish. I love ahi, tuna. Halibut is my favorite fish. So yeah, again, there's preferred ways that I liked each of these, like halibut. Okay, I like halibut. The way I like to prepare halibut is, oil, salt, and pepper, and breadcrumbs, and bake it. And that's how I like that. Swordfish, I love blackened swordfish. Perch, just give me lightly breaded and deep fried. So there's a lot of different ways that I like to prepare my favorite items. Like, again, with steak, just give me good. If I'm gonna spend the money on a really nice cut of steak, I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna put a little oil, a little salt and pepper on it, and that's it. And no, Henry, no, you do not need A1. In my youth, I used to like, well done steaks, and I put ketchup all over it. But I love ketchup. I'm a ketchup junkie. I love ketchup. But I no longer put it on a steak unless it's breaded. But if it's going to be breaded Siciliano type of steak, then you want a moigu, which is a nice cold tomato, garlic, lemon type sauce. Okay, so that's very good. That's very, very, very good. So Wink says, I get that 1.5 strip, 500 or higher, barbecue 3 or 4 minutes each side, then once more for a minute aside, rest in foil, perfect reddish pink, maybe through some garlic butter. Yeah. One of the steakhouses that I used to work at, we would render down the fat, into a liquid form, and then pour that on top of the steak, and forget about it. Forget about it. Yeah, I do like doing what I'll do is I'll grab a whole garlic clove. Okay, I'll cut the top off. Then I'll wrap it, or I'll get a piece of foil, do a little salt, pepper, a little oil. Okay, then I'll close the foil. Okay, then I'll usually either we'll bake it, or I'll put it on the grill for about 20 minutes until that garlic gets nice and soft. Okay, then I'll take the garlic clove out of the foil, and then it's almost kind of like a paste. Okay, then you're obviously going to let the garlic cool down a little bit, but then you can take it and you can just like squeeze that garlic just right on top of that steak. Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Okay, Wink says here, maybe some Maggie sauce. Yeah, okay, so Maggie's, at the steak places that I work at, Maggie's is the main base for what we call zip sauce. Okay, so what zip sauce generally is just you get the bottle of Maggie's, you'll get some garlic and some shallots. Okay, you add the Maggie's, and then you add some cream, and then butter, lots and lots of butter. Okay. Delicious. Henry, it's weird. I like my steaks medium rare, but I like my burgers. See, I like Mazzy, I know. Yes. Um, let's see. It's weird. I like my steaks medium rare, but I like my burger. No, I love my burgers medium rare as well. I'll take the chance. I know a lot of well, all restaurants are required to put on their menu a disclaimer about eating you know unwell done steaks or ground beef. But I take my chance. I love medium rare, medium rare, medium rare. The fat is, yes, it is delicious, delicious. My neighbor sears his on the barbecue, then broils it the rest of the way. Well, I mean, I guess that just depends on how you what temperature you like, what the temperature you like your steak. Okay, so uh Richard says thoughts on the band Devo. I don't have any thoughts. Whip it. Okay, I like their cover of Satisfaction, but that's about it. Maggie is for soup. Yeah, you can use Maggie for soups, but like I said, we use it for a thing called zip sauce that we use for our steaks. And yes, this I love this comment. Yeah, talking steak on a Macca thread. Yeah, yeah. I think I pretty much ruined any chance I've ever might have in the future of talking to Paul. So, but anyways, I know. Mayo, how we doing, buddy? Steak and sex, my favorite pair. I have them both the same way, very rare. uh, let's see here. Wink, fun fact: Gene Simmons slept with 7 Maggies over the years. Oh, very good, very good. Well, great. Now, okay, I'm not going to talk about food anymore because I'm off work, and you guys have made me very, very hungry. So thank you guys very much. So we're going to go back 8 more minutes, and then I'm going to go get some lunch. So if you guys got any more, I shouldn't say lunch, probably like an early dinner. So if there's anything else, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see here. Joe says we need to discuss the Magic Christian. Yeah, you know what? I need to let me rewatch it because I saw that you did your review, your first time watch this morning. So if you haven't, please check out Joe's Mean Mr. Mayo channel, and he just reviewed the Magic Christian film. You should watch Candy one day too, Joe. I would love to see your thoughts on the film Candy, with Ringo playing a Mexican gardener. Yes. Oh man, good times, guys. Thank you very much, you guys. Always, um, dish out some great comments and questions, and I have a lot of fun doing this. A lot of fun. So, like I said, Andy and I, we're going to be recording our newest episode tonight for our Saturday drop. And that should be fun. I know Andy will be live as usual, probably this Sunday as well, like he is generally always live. So don't forget to check that out. And, next week I should start having Aaron back. And anybody else that might want to join. But it was nice doing a few of these back to back with just myself. Henry says favorite comedy of all time. Well, I might be seeing one of my favorite comedies of all time, which is Monty Python and Holy Grail in the theaters tonight. But I gotta go with Airplane. Yeah. Airplane is just one after another. It's fantastic. What about yours? What's yours, Henry? Does anybody else have a favorite comedy out there? And comedy is not my favorite genre of film. I'm not the biggest fan of comedies. Uh, have you seen Midnight? I have seen Midnight Run. I've seen every Robert De Niro film out there except for one that I will probably never watch. I have no desire of watching, and I don't think you guys will ever guess which one that is. Um, Patrick says, Mr. Mayo has a Ringo movie review on his channel right now. That's right. It's The Magic Christian with Peter Sellers and Ringo Starr. Yes. Yeah, I do think Midnight Run is very funny, but I don't think it's the greatest comedy of all time. See here, I love Tropic Thunder. First time I saw that, I nearly pissed myself. Yeah, especially the whole Robert Downey Jr. bit. I'm just a dude playing another dude, playing or pretending to be another dude. No, it's not Grudge Match. No, it is not Grudge Match. I've seen Grudge Match. I saw that in the theater. Thought it was okay. There's people out there. They want to say either the Rocky is the best boxing movie or Raging Bull is the best boxing movie. So in a way, it was kind of funny to seeing those two do a comedy together. Just being parodies of themselves. Taking the Mickey out of each other. Let's see here. Thoughts on Joe Schumacher's Batman and Robin? I think they're terrible films. I think the Val Kilmer one is a little bit better than the George Clooney one, but either way, I just don't. I think they're very good movies. Wink says Life of Brian is. The Life of Brian is hilarious as well. Mike says his favorite is comedy is Arthur. Okay, I'm not going to highlight Joe Mayo's. No, I was kidding. But I know Joe is more Rocky than he is Raging Bull, which is fine. Everybody can be wrong once. Dr. Strangelove is great as well, even though it's more of a satire type comedy and a laugh. Yeah, but it's still hilarious. Yes, I agree. Best boxing movie is the one with Mickey Rourke. Fact. Well, what's the title of the film? If you don't know it, then how could it? If you don't know the title of the film, how can it be the best boxing movie? Was I sad when Pee Wee Herman died? No. Listen, if you haven't seen his live show, Pee Wee's Playhouse or whatever the hell it was called, back in the day, before he became household name and before he had a Saturday morning show or whenever it was aired, I don't know, but he had a great live Pee Wee show that he did. Phil Hartman was in it. The actress that played Yvonne, who just passed away, she was in it. I think it was on HBO for the first time. And I bought it, and I think that's fantastic. Check that out. But no, I wasn't really sad when Pee Wee died. No, but I love his first movie. Now, the first movie was good. I thought that was funny. Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I thought that was funny. De Niro punching the jail wall and having a mental breakdown and Raging Bull. Someone finally, yeah, exactly. But not everybody is. I won't say it. Okay. Schindler's List underrated comedy. As The Wrestler. Okay, so The Wrestler's not a boxing movie, Richard. Come on, man. Come on. Phil Hartman was also on the Playhouse show. Fact. Yep. There you go. Best boxing film. Punch Drugs, Three Stooges. There you go. All right, guys. This has been fun. It's 90 minutes. of great comments and questions. Henry says Tropic Thunder, Airplane, Naked Gun, some of his favorite comedies. There you go. This has been a lot of fun. Should be back next week with another mid-week Macca break. Like I said, we'll have a new episode coming this weekend. We're hopefully going to be recording that tonight. Every once in a while I join Joe and Tim Allen. Not that Tim Allen, but our friend Tim Allen, and we do a live video chat. Joe does one. He tries to do one once a week. And I know he's been playing around with the times and days on that. I usually will join like once or twice a month. So don't forget to check that out. I'm sure a lot of people here are already subscribed to Joe's two YouTube channels. So that's a lot of fun talking movies with Joe and Tim. And I know there's been a lot of talk about this whole tariffs thing, which is just was a ridiculous comment from John Voight. But I'm sure that could be a talking point at some other time because it's a good conversation to have. But I just think it was kind of like a ridiculous thing. But it did bring out something that needs to be talked about, that there is issues in Hollywood that need to be addressed. But this isn't that kind of channel. But it was definitely interesting. Anyways, I'll have more thoughts on that some other time. Wink says it's just a distraction from the tariffs at the blowback on the stock market. Yeah, maybe. But okay, everybody. It's been great chatting with you guys. I will see you live next week. Andy should be live this Sunday, and we'll have a new show this Saturday. So don't forget that. Again, and if you want to help support, just do the QR code for this Buy Me a Coffee, or you can join our Patreon and be a part of our Discord family. And Wink says, be good, Tom. Now go get my steak. Yes, I'll go. Yeah, now go get your shine box. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So if you do this A-listers thing, if you join this A-listers thing on AMC, okay. Now other movie chains might have their own thing, but I joined the AMC A-listers thing to where you pay $20 a month and you can see 3 movies a week. So yeah, up to 12 movies per month, which again is a steal. That is a steal, and check it out. All right, everyone. Always good hanging out with you. And we'll talk soon.